edition. I'm your host, Kid Joy, and today we're going to be learning knife skills. Now let's get started. Hey fans, Kid Joy here with my dad, Chef TD. So Dad, what is all this stuff?
Great question, Troy. So on today's special edition, we're going to be talking about knife skills. This is a 9-inch chef's knife.
And this is an 8-inch set.
That's a tongue twister, isn't it? 8-inch chef's knife. So Troy has a smaller blade, I have the larger blade. And so for this special edition, we're going to be talking about knife skills. As long as you know what to do, there's no reason to fear a knife, as long as you know what your safety measures are. We're going to be discussing the different parts of the knife, how to properly use the knife, how to properly cut, and the proper placement of a cutting board. All right, so let's get right into it.
So here are the tools for this episode. You have a 9-inch chef's knife, an 8-inch chef's knife, and kitchen shears, and a steel. It's important to know the components of a knife. I'm gonna name them while my dad points them out. So first, we have the tip. Next is the spine, then the blade, and there's the edge. There's the hill, that's the handle, there's the rivets, that's the tang, there's the full tang, and there's the butt. So now let's mise en place. Let's get our cutting board out and a paper towel. So now we're gonna wet it. Squeeze the excess water. And then open it back up. So you want to fold it into a square and make sure to put the cutting board on top. Make sure to press it down so it doesn't move. And then you're good to go. This is the steel. This is where you true the edge. This is the guard. And this is the handle. My dad will talk about this later. Make sure to always wash your produce.
All right, so we've gone through the parts of the blade. Now we're gonna go through the technique of holding the blade. For this demonstration, Troy's gonna do exactly what I do. And also for this, because I'm so much taller than him, my head is gonna be chopped off for this video. I could come down here and talk to you, but then I look like a dinosaur, or a T-Rex. so I'm gonna be up here and he's gonna be down here. All right, Troy. Grab the blade with your index finger under the heel, under the heel of the blade right here. Okay. So place your index finger under the heel.
It's under the heel. Got it.
We're gonna flip it over and then place your thumb at the base of the blade. Let me show it to the people. See that? So your index finger and your thumb should be touching. That's what it's gonna look like.
Okay.
Got it? Curl your other 3 fingers around the handle. Around the handle. There you go. Now bring it back to the tip. And the tip should always be on the board. And bring it down. That's the first stroke of a knife. All right, get used to that. Your thumb and your index finger should always be touching. Never, don't move your thumb again. All right. Keep your thumb. If you maintain positive control, you should be able to hold a knife like this. You don't need 3 fingers. Your index finger and your thumb is holding the blade, and then you can wrap your fingers around the knife. Got it?
Got it.
This can be a dangerous weapon, but if you respect it, it will
respect you.
Yeah, it will respect you, and you won't hurt yourself. All right. So that is the first motion of cutting. So Troy and I have apples for demonstration. I have a Gala apple.
I have a crisp apple.
Yeah, that's a Honeycrisp apple. I actually like those better. You want to trade or no?
No.
Okay, he wants the bigger apple. I'm gonna do a Gala apple. He's gonna do a Honeycrisp apple. All right. So now, here's the first technique. I'm gonna do it without the apples first. I want you to see this. When you put your hand on a board, you see how this could be potentially dangerous, correct?
Right.
We never make our hands like this. You want to curl your fingers
Like this.
like that. There you go. Good job, Troy.
Like a fist or like this.
There you go. And when you curl your fingers, make sure your thumb, see your thumb right there, is behind your fingers. Do not extend your thumb. If you extend your thumb, you chop it off. You chop off the tip. I've seen a guy do that before. So what you do is, you curl your fingers and you put the blade against your first knuckle. Open your fingers. Don't make a fist. Let me see. Do what I do.
Right.
There you go. That's how you do it. Put your thumb behind your fingers and then bring the blade against your first knuckle like this. That's the first rocking motion. And you should practice this every day. You'll get so good at this that you'll do it without looking, because you'll never raise the blade up here. Let me get a side view. You see this? You raise the blade up here, you could slice the skin off of your fingers.
That would hurt.
That would hurt. So if you keep the blade here against your knuckles, all you're doing is this here. That's why you can look at somebody and still feel the blade against your knuckles. You'll never cut yourself. And if you leave your thumb right here behind your fingers, you can push the food under your fingers, kind of like a food processor. You're pushing the food under the blade.
You know what this, like the thumb behind the fingers reminds me of? Like a game that, like Castle Battles or stuff, like, you know, like Protect the King or something like that.
So yeah, so all you have to do is you can chop any food under the blade next to your fingers, okay? So that's the motion. That's how it should look. So that's why if you watch any chefs on these food shows, these Food Network shows, and these Top Chef and whatever other shows out there, watch people how they cut. This is exactly what they're doing. Every chef has been trained this way. Good job, buddy. Looking good. All right, let me know when you're ready to do real food. Uh-oh. Take a deep breath. Woosah. Woosah.
Get the apples out.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make one cut. All right, I just wanna show you how to make one cut. Here's another thing you can do. Always work from a stable base. And when you're dealing with round foods, your blade can slip on round foods, so you work with a stable base, okay? Take your apple, set it flat. All right. Oh, by the way, before I show you guys this, look, my paper towel's under here keeps my cutting board from moving. This cutting board actually comes with rubber stoppers on the end, but I did one just to be safe so the cutting board doesn't slip. Make sure you have a wet paper towel or a wet regular towel under here so your cutting board doesn't move.
I have one right under here.
Yeah, he has one under his. All right, so now you have the apple. Here's a quick, easy cut that's different from what I just showed. Take 2 fingers, index and thumb, your middle finger and thumb, put it around the piece of fruit, and just slice it in half. Tip down. Nope. Look at my knife. The apple is in the middle. The tip should be down here. Put your tip here. There you like that. There you go.
Oh.
Now hold the apple still with your left hand and push down. Push down. Push the tip down. And then slide. You can drag it through. Oh, there you go.
I need like my whole hand for this because I'm a rookie.
Okay.
Ooh.
The tip is coming up.
Yeah.
Tip down. Tip down.
I'm trying.
All right, here, I'll show you how to do this now. Now, if you get stuck because kids don't have the same strength that adults have, let me show you something else. So my apple is cut because I'm strong enough. You can take your hand.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
And push down on the blade. While your thumb, never move your thumb like I just said. Always hold your knife like this. Keep your thumb and your index together. Push down on the blade here.
It kind of hurts.
Push, push, push. Now push with that hand.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. Now bring it down. There you go.
Oh, God, dang it.
Oh, see, that's what happens. You're a rookie. Good job. Cut your first apple. Now that can be kind of difficult and challenging if you don't know what to do. That's why I didn't want to teach him until he got to middle school. Now he's in middle school, so I'm teaching him. But I don't let young kids work with knives. I've seen people do it on YouTube and things like that, but I don't particularly like that. Yeah, there's some young people, like 8 and 6.
That they use knives?
Yeah. You can be done. You gotta be trained properly. That's all. Because you don't want to lose a finger or an eye or a cuticle or anything like that.
Eye is the worst thing that you could probably use.
Now look, remember what I said earlier about working on a flat surface? See how that rocks?
Okay.
Here's a way. This is where the knuckle comes in place. Troy, I'm not gonna let you do this one. I'm gonna do this one.
Okay.
You can hold it and use the knuckles like we did before, so you don't cut yourself. Because I'm working on an unstable surface, I can cut directly into the apple. The tip of the blade secures me. Because the tip of the blade is on the cutting board, all I gotta do is apply pressure. If your child is not strong enough to do that, maybe you should get an adult to do it. Then if you want to, you can flip the apple over and do it this way. So you can cut from an angle, but this is a more advanced cut. See, there's another unstable base. I can cut from the side like this, but because I've been doing this for 30 years, I know what I'm doing. I wouldn't advise children to do that. What I would say is always work from a flat base. And you just chop the apple, and here you have one wedge of a nicely cut apple. All right,
Ooh,
I'm gonna help you with yours. Oh, why are my blades done up like that? Never have your blade. I just have my blade up like this. Never do that.
Yeah, because you can cut you can accidentally put your hand on it and cut yourself.
Yep.
And you don't want to chop hand.
So you cut yours. Let me see. What are you comfortable cutting with? You want to do the knuckle technique? Like that? Now, where's your thumb go? Your thumb should go on the apple to hold the apple still. On the back, remember, right there. Your thumb should go on the apple.
Alright.
Now the tip, hold on, the tip should go forward like this. So you start with the blade against your knuckle.
So like sawing?
No, you want to push down like that. You saw into it, and you can press down and bring it back.
It's not even, but I don't care at this point because this is just for the episode.
Yeah, this is practice.
This is just for the sake of kids out there.
Watch your fingers, don't move your fingers like that. Keep that thumb by the apple.
I'm trying, I don't have to shrink like you. It hurts like this finger right here.
Why is it off? Don't do that. What did I tell you? Index finger is under the heel, right here.
I don't know why that's off too.
Put your thumb and your index finger together. The apple's moving because you're not putting weight on the tip. Bring it back to here. Now push down. And if you can't do it that way, what I say? Put your hand here, press down on the apple.
There we go.
You could, if you don't have the strength to saw it, you can put your hand here, just push down. Okay? Simple. Then you take that, cut the seed out. Another cut apple. All right, make your apple wedge.
Ooh, wait, can we plant seeds?
No, we're not planting apples in Georgia, in this Georgia clay. It's not gonna grow. Do you see apples growing in Georgia? Where do they grow in Georgia?
On farms.
What do they grow in Georgia?
Peaches.
There you go, peaches.
Georgia peach.
You don't hear Georgia apples.
Wait, hold up. Washington apple?
There you go. They grow those on Washington. Now they grow them in other states too.
Can we go to Washington?
If you want to.
Yes, let's go.
Hey, if somebody wants to take us to Washington to do a show out there, we'll gladly oblige.
I'm gonna go pack my bags.
All right, so we're gonna clean this up and we'll go to the next thing. Okay, so now we've got all the apples cleaned up and our cutting boards put away. I want to discuss real quick about the important safety of this knife. So this is a chef's knife. This was the 8-inch that Troy was using. I'm gonna place my index finger under the heel. Thumb goes right here at the base of the blade. Wrap your fingers around it together, all 3 fingers around the handle. Here we have a steel. We have the steel here, and then we have the guard. A lot of people believe that you're sharpening a knife when you do this. You are not. This is called truing the edge. T-R-U, I think E-I-N-G, or it might just be T-R-U-I-N-G. I should Google that and find out. But that's neither here nor there. Truing the edge means you're just straightening the edge after many months or years or however long you use, however often you use this knife. That constant banging on the cutting board will warp the edge of a blade. And when your blade gets warped, you straighten it. Grab the handle here. The guard keeps the blade from hitting your hand. And you see chefs do this all the time. That is just straightening the edge. So the way I was taught, now you can do it this way. That way it's away from you. But most people do it this way because it's just easier. But if that knife comes down, it hits the guard, okay? So I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's 10 sides, that's 10, my words getting muffled. That's 10, I'm about to end, I can't get the words out. 10 strokes on each side. I was trying to get that part out. So it's 10 strokes on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on and so on. So when you get done, you can feel the blade and tell whether the edge has been trued or not. It's much sharper on this edge than here. So I could come here and short stroke it like this. 1, 2, and what I'm doing, let me give you a side shot. I'm swapping sides. I can stay on the same side, or I can come here and do the other side. Follow? So you could short stroke it and just work the tip. And that edge will be truer, or as true as the bottom half. And you can actually feel the blade, maybe look down the side, see that? And good. All right. And then of course you can take a rag or towel or something and just wipe off the edges. Maybe if there's any metal shavings, maybe if you want to wash the knife again, that's fine, you can do that. But that's called truing your knife with a steel. So that is it for today's lesson. Well, Troy's off over eating his sliced apples now, so he left me here to do this part by myself. So maybe I'll come and have him do an outro or something once he's done eating. But that is how you true your knife, your chef's knife. So whether it's an 8-inch or a 10-inch or whichever size you want to use, that is the proper use of knife skills. And that's all today on Kid Troy. See you soon.
Dad, wait, where did you go? Oh, well that is it for this episode, folks. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share this video, folks. Bye. Dad, wait, where did you go?